Hey, my Liptons. So I wanted to get into some pop culture news this week. I feel like I haven't done a pop culture video in a minute because I just been, But before I start, please, subscribe to the channel. Let's get up to 600 subscribers. Let's get up there. Let's get up there. So first, I do want to talk about Doja Cat. So Doja Cat, I'm not going to call her by the names I've been calling her. Because, lately anytime I do a video on Doja Cat, I've been calling her Miss Incel Adjacent, Miss, West. So, I'm just going to call her by her stage name. So Doja Cat apparently, and I know Christina, shout out to Christina. But, Christina said that yesterday when I was reacting to one of her videos, she was saying that Doja Cat apparently lost 1 million, but then I'm seeing that it's like 500,000. So I'm not sure how much it is, but Doja Cat reacted to this. So she was like, seeing all these people unfollow me makes me feel like I defeated a large beast that has been holding me down for so long. It feels like I can reconnect with the people who really matter and love me for who I am, not for who I was. Now, honestly, y'all know how I feel about stan culture. Like, I feel like it's a bit too much. That's what the parasocial relationships with these celebrities is a bit much. And there are times where I even fall into that, where I fall into like, oh my God, like I love this person. I think they're great. But just overall, I genuinely don't do that with most of these celebrities. It's very few, very, very few celebrities. But even with that, it's I will still call out those celebrities who I love when they do something ridiculous. So, when it comes to Doja Cat, I don't know. I don't know how this era is going to look like. Now, I did see that Paint the Town Red did debut at number 15. Now, this era of Doja Cat, yeah, I already know, especially with that Attention song, it landed on Billboard and then it free falled, from the charts. So it free falled badly and it went down and down and down. So I don't know. Let's see if it stays at number 15 next week. Let's see if it rises up to number 10, number 5. We'll see. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how this new era is going to look like for Doja Cat. Because, Doja Cat, I guess, wants to market to her hardcore fan base. And, being in this industry, you do have to market to not only your hardcore fan base, but you also have to market to the casual fans. So if she alienates her casual fans, we'll see how this album goes. We'll see how this tour goes. Like I said, she's going by a different direction, this era, she's into this, demonic energy. So, we'll see. We'll see how it goes for her. But, shout out to her. And we'll see how this era is going to be. And where her album lands. And how much it does compared to Planet Her. I did see this. I was just like, girl. So, they're saying that, I don't know who this is. Taryn Egerton and Ariana Grande are being considered for the roles of Hercules and Megra in the live-action Hercules, according to insider Daniel RPK. Listen. Yeah, I know. This is probably the only, apart from The Little Mermaid, I think Hercules is the only live action I'm actually interested in watching. I'm not really interested in Lilo and Stitch and the other one. And Moana. I'm not here for this. I'm not here for this. And in a way, I'm like, you know what? Just get my muses right. Get the muses right. Okay, please, God. But, and I said I wasn't going to cause too much shit about the Hercules and who y'all guys gonna cast for Hercules, who y'all guys gonna cast for Megra. But I'm not here for this. I'm not here for this. I just, first of all, this guy does not give me Hercules tease. I'm sorry. He doesn't. And Ari, and listen, I get it. She did the I Won't Say I'm in Love cover on YouTube, and she did, and obviously Ariana Grande is always gonna sing something that, she's always gonna sing down. But I don't know. I just don't see her as Meg. She just doesn't give me Meg tease. In just everything. She just doesn't look like her. I know a lot of people are saying Elizabeth Gillies. Even that, I don't know. Even for that too, it's just, I don't know. I don't know who I want to be casted as Hercules and Megra for the live action Hercules movie. It's weird. I don't know. Maybe I might, do some more research, see what other, because that's the thing too with Hollywood. It's they don't like to cast any upcoming new people to play new, they always like to pick the same old. And then on top of that, I'm a little bit confused because, due to this whole writer's strike and stuff like that. So it might take a while for this movie to even come out. So I think that, the creators, the cast, especially casting directors, they need to really do their due diligence. They need to make sure this casting is pitch perfect. Listen, I'm not saying, they really need to cast the right people for this movie, because it's like, this is one of my favorite Disney movies. Y'all need to get this right. Y'all need to get this right. Y'all need to get this right. Especially my muses. Get the muses right. Okay, I already talked about who I wanted to be casted as the muses in the previous video. Go on my pop culture talk playlist, is there. But I don't know. I'm just not feeling Ariana Grande being Meg Grant. I'm definitely not feeling Taron Egerton playing Hercules. I don't know. I just don't see it for them. But I don't know. I wasn't happy when I saw this. Someone posted this on Twitter, and I was, in a way, I was like, yeah, let me take a screenshot of it. Because I just saw the Britney Spears and this guy, Sam, broke up. And I was like, wait, didn't they just get married like a year ago or something? Like, it was so quick. Taylor and Joe, Ariana Grande, Dalton, obviously we talked about that. Billie Eilish and her situation. Billie Eilish and her situation, I heard there was some things going on there. I'm not sure. That's why I didn't really talk about it. But like, it was a little bit, that apparently that relationship was weird. Sofia Vergara and Joe Manganiello, I was so upset by that breakup. I was just like, oh my God, no. Like, they were so cute together. Rosalia, Tina Knowles, Richard Lawson, Justin Trudeau. I was actually surprised that Justin Trudeau and Sophia, if y'all guys don't know, Justin Trudeau is the Prime Minister of Canada. So I was surprised at their breakup as well. Hunter, Ricky Martin, Billy Porter, and Adam Smith, they broke up as well. Reese Witherspoon, Jim Todd. So, and apparently the list continues. I forgot to take another screenshot, but yeah, this just been a lot of breakups this year, and I don't know what's in the air. I don't know what's happening, but this is a lot, and I think that people really need to think about who they're marrying, who they're getting into relationships with before they get into it, and really think about, is this someone I can spend the rest of my life with? You know what I'm saying? Because, divorces are no joke. It takes a lot of time, emotional energy, financially, just like, it takes a toll on a person. So I really feel bad. I feel bad, especially for listen, I hope Sofia Vergara and Joe Manganiello work it out. Like, I hope so. I was so sad when I found out they broke up. I hope they work it out. And I wish all these people well, honestly. I really do. Speaking of breaking up, Aaron Taylor Johnson just refuses to break up with his groomer wife. God. So Aaron Taylor Johnson had to say this in a new interview. He said, Aaron Taylor Johnson says he shies away from further discussing his family and his wife, Sam Taylor Johnson, in a new interview. I'm trying to be as honest as possible. I probably talk to you more about my kids and Sam than I have with anybody. I've got really nothing to hide. And I'm secure in what I have, but I'm not going to unlock things that are actually precious to me. I don't know when Aaron Taylor Johnson is going to see the light, Lord. Someone show him the light. Can someone, like, somebody. And someone said it's no shade. And I'm not trying to be funny. Someone said that, Ariana Grande needs to probably, take a picture with Aaron Taylor Johnson. Maybe things might, sparks might fly. I was cackling. Yeah, and listen, I usually don't like to say, oh, this person needs to break up, but this situation right here, if you guys don't know the history of Aaron Taylor Johnson and Sam Taylor Johnson, y'all really need to do your research when it comes to them. Like, this woman, he was underage when she first met him, and she was married, and then, there's some grooming allegations going on here. So it's just, I'm just not a fan of this relationship at all. The internet's always rooting for them to break up. So am I. Hopefully he sees the light. Hopefully, I don't know. Sometimes it takes a while, and what's so crazy too? And I do want to say this, because it's the same situation with, like, with the president of France and his first lady. Because, the president of France, him, he was a student, and the first lady, his wife, was his teacher when they met. So even she did the same thing. I noticed there's not a lot of, I mean, there is backlash, but there's not that, like, that sort of like mainstream backlash when it's the women that are the groomers that, you know, do some pedophilic activities. You know what I mean? It's always in some ways brushed to the side. It's always sort of like, oh, well, he's a boy. He's supposed to like it. She's a girl. She's a woman. Maybe he wanted it. Maybe he did. And it's like, I feel like that is such a double standard. And I hate when that happens. And I feel like we really need to call out a lot of the predatory behavior on both sides. I feel like with men, with women, if women are grooming girls, boys, whatever, we need to call that shit out, and we need to make sure they're being scrutinized and, like, hell, jailed, prison, as a matter of fact. The same goes with the men. And I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like if this was, and, you know, not to say, because I do feel like the internet, especially nowadays, like, they will drag Sam Taylor Johnson throughout the whole, like, throughout Twitter for, like, days at a time. So the internet is definitely aware of, like, what this woman has done to Aaron Taylor Johnson, but I just don't feel like the mainstream has really caught on to, like, hey, like, this shit is weird, it's happened. So I don't know, they need to do some kind of they need to do some kind of unauthorized docuseries or documentary on this particular couple. And I know probably Aaron Taylor Johnson's not gonna like it, but sir, we're just gonna have to keep it a stack. Like, this marriage, this foundation of this marriage was not pure, it was not moral, and there was no values. And clearly Sam Taylor Johnson has no morals or values. So I just feel like we really need to, there's a lot of messed up stuff that happens within our society. And I think that, you know, when it comes to grooming, you know, pedophilia, any of that, you know, abuse, molestation, we need to call it out across the board. We really, really do. And we need to keep our foot on these people's necks. Period. That's just all. But yeah, I was very saddened to see this. I was like, Erin, like, can we get this thing together, girl? Like, what is going on here? Lastly, I do want to talk about this Keke Palmer thing. So, you know, Keke Palmer, she was in the music video with Usher. And, you know, I already spoke about this on my channel. I discussed, you know, my thoughts on this, how, you know, Darius really tried it. I will say this, though. And I'm happy that they did the marketing. I'm happy that they did what they had to do with this. Because, you know, listen, market this thing out. But I do hope that it doesn't become too dragged out. You know, because in a way, I'm not going to lie to y'all. In a way, I'm kind of over this. I'm kind of over, like, the whole Keke Palmer and her bitter baby daddy situation. It's like, okay, like, we dragged the boyfriend. You know, yes, do your music. You know, get your coins. But after this, can we move on? Like, can we move on? Like, because it's like, because I don't know if they're still together. I don't know if they're broken up. I'm not sure. But, I just feel like, you know, Usher's going to do what Usher's going to do. Because Usher, you know, he's the, you know, he just, you know, he caught a stray within this whole thing. But I definitely think that Keke Palmer's baby daddy is not going to be too happy about this. Obviously not. But I do hope that this doesn't become too dragged out, because it's going to become tired now. It's going to be like, okay, like, you know, now, yeah, just, you know, doing things just to be doing things for attention. Like how the baby daddy did what he did for attention. So, but I am happy she did get her, like, you know, she's getting her lick back. She's definitely getting her lick back. So, you know, I guess we have no choice but to stand for now. But eventually we're going to have to move on from this. We do. Anyway, please tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe to my channel. Let's get up to 600 subscribers. And I'll talk to you.